Hello yarn tubers, welcome back to Wanderlust Crochet with Dana. And sadly it's just Dana, there's no Benji in here today. I've been thinking about this intro and I'm a little, I'm starting to feel a little emotional about the fact that Benji's not in here this morning, but he's fine. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Let me just get on down the list. Today we're talking about progress on my Afghan that I need to get done in the next 2 sleeps, and I'm going to ask you guys a question, same question I'm asking online. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about last week, and then I'm going to talk to you about where I'm at, where Benji's at, and what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's Monday. I am late. I did not get this video done ahead of time. So here we are Monday morning, very early, but not as early as I usually upload videos, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so first thing is progress on the Gumball Afghan by TL Yarncrafts. So I've got all 6 of my colors in. I am working on the border. Now, she has a fun 3rd loop half double crochet border, you know, in the pattern. Because this Afghan is so small, what the pattern calls for is just doing it, you know, in the colors, you know, you do the colors that you did in these stripes. Well, I'm doing those colors plus the main color in between, just adding a tiny little bit. And I love the way this border is turning out. It's very nice. This border is not my best work. I'm just going to say that. I've been working with smaller, you know, I've been working with 3-weight mostly. And a lot of it's very drapey, not this puffy acrylic 4-weight worsted. And when I try to use some of, you know, my favorite tips and tricks, like the invisible slip stitch, the invisible join, you know, some of those things, they're not turning out so great with this Afghan. And I'm going to look here for an example of that not, you know, working out so well with this particular kind of yarn. It's just, it's bigger, it's fluffier. And so right there you can see there's a bit of a bobble right there. The way I tried to do things, the way I've been doing them with some, you know, finer, lighter yarns. And so I'm learning, you know, I consider myself a fairly experienced crocheter. I'm not like Karen over at KB Fibers, who's been doing it since, you know, she was in diapers, but I do have some experience. I do have some experience and some training, actually, some formal training in crochet, thanks to the American Crochet Association. I've referred to as the ACA. I'm going to link something down below I want you guys to check out if you're interested in kind of a free trial. I'm not sure. I will post in the description box if that thing is still going on. I might be late on that. But anyway, I do think you should check it out. So, bigger, fluffier yarns, a little bit heavier. This has got some weight to it compared to what I've been using for months and months now, and years. I'm really into the invisible slip stitch when you're joining rounds, and anyway, blah blah blah. Not so great, you know, getting that little, leaving a little lump. So I've gone back to just slip stitching into the first stitch. Invisible joining into the first stitch that I started the round with, and then just very careful, like cinching it up so that join doesn't turn into, as you're going along with the next color, looking like just another stitch. I cinched it up and I have marked it so that when I come across it the next time, I am also doubly reminded not to try to get, you know, my hook into that, because it is a false stitch. So anyway, moving on. I know that some of you who have never used the invisible join, or those of you who haven't kind of learned about that, that false stitch yet. I call it a false stitch because the first time it was brought to my attention was because Mikey over at the Crochet Crowd pointed it out in a tutorial I was following. This was years and years ago. So what happens is when you slip stitch to join your round, that slip stitch looks like another stitch. And for a while there, when I was working in the round, I was using that stitch. And thank you, Mikey. And I have seen someone else recently mention that false stitch. And I apologize. I don't know who that was because I like to give credit. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Here we go again. Dana's just talking. So there is the Gumball Afghan with the rounds of border almost done. What is next? Okay. Last week, I'm just going to mention right now, for those of you who didn't notice towards the end, after I was talking about the scorched earth my scorched earth list, you need to go check that out. Okay. Next thing, I am in Emmett, and I got my old Jeanie out. I'm getting ready to do a couple stitches on the next round. I got my coffee going. I'm in the truck. I am without Benji. Oh. So I got here, I actually got to Boise yesterday and I delivered a load, and then I came out here to my friends. Those of you who have been here for a while have heard me talk about Daryl and Sandra. They have room on their property for me to drop my trailer. And so I came in yesterday. Sandra was at church at morning worship. I didn't make it in time for that, but Daryl was here, and we got the trailer parked. It is dropped. It is safe here, and I'm in my truck and on the property. Love it. Lovely views out here on the east side of Emmett. I miss Emmett. This is my residence, you guys. I maintain residency in Emmett, Idaho, through mail, because it's too expensive to live in Oregon. So anyway, so Sandra came back from church and started talking about this yard sale over off of over just east of us, and over off of I want to say Magic Dog, Lucky Dog, something like that. Anyway, I'm like, well, do you want to go? Of course she did. So we hit that one, and what did I get? First of all, I used to be part of an I want to say a company called Scrapbook Buzz, and this was back in, I want to say 2003, 2004, 2005, somewhere in there. It was a company that had joined up with Amway, and I was really into scrapbooking, and I learned a lot, and I started actually having scrapbooking classes, scrapbooking parties. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so for adult, well, actually, I think she marked this down. This was an estate sale, so you know that means that somebody passed away, and I was very interested in a couple things, including this really cool air rifle. This was the coolest thing. I mean, it's legal to hunt a little. Anyway, it was cool, but what am I going to do with it? Blah. Anyway, this says on the front of this binder. This says close to my heart. I think that says close to my heart reflections. I believe this was a scrapbooking. Yes, close to my heart reflections. This was a scrapbooking company that I never dove into. I mean, I'm all about, what's the big one right now? In Colorado, we'd all take turns having these parties, and we'd make cards. It was, what is that one called? You guys gotta remind me. So close to my heart reflections, and you open it up, and it's basically like designs. Okay, close to my heart reflections scrapbook program V5 9x9 series. So, like, I got time to scrapbook, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna let us show you how to celebrate relationships through the art of scrapbooking and stamping. Faster, simpler, easier. And dear friends, and Jeanette Linton CEO and president, you know, there's a note in front. Then you know, all kinds of more reference material. Here are different layouts. I mean, it's awesome. Oh, more layout. Oh my goodness. Lots of layouts that they have identified. Okay, and then stamp. Okay, so framing. I mean, there are some tabs here. So I'm gonna go to this next tab. Here's another letter from the president. All kinds of information. This is great. I wonder if they're distributors and layouts, different layouts to do. Okay, and then the next tab. Oh, there's nothing behind the next couple of tabs. So these didn't get filled by her, but still, the information, if you're really into paper arts, paper crafts, which I really am. Anyway, I got that. Blah blah blah. I also got some. They had just a handful of these hanging files that I'm using in the new desk in the yarn bus, the motorhome. Now, I got this bag. Love the design, and this is vinyl here. This trim and these handles are vinyl, and the inside is hot pink. Let's see. It's just the bag. It's, you know, it's lined, no pockets or anything. I thought, nah, cute little. I can put a project in there, right? And then I found this Hui bag. Hui Mercantile Company. I don't know if that says 1872 or 1972 in Texas. I can't read it very well. But cool Southwestern design. This is a canvas material in this backpack. And it's lined. It's got like a drawstring line to it. And lots of pockets inside. Oh, deep pockets. And on the outside, there are these mesh pockets. Well, there's a mesh pocket on one side, canvas pocket on the other. Now, there's something she was telling me about. Oh, there's even in the flap, there's a zipper there. And she was talking about when you flip it up, and I found it, oh, it's on the bottom. There's a zipper on the very bottom. And she was telling me about this. So, oh, it's like a cover. Well, I'm not sure what that is. I am not sure what that is. I think it holds it all together. She was telling me something, but I was so excited I wasn't listening. So I got this. Oh, there's another zipper on the other side. She did say there were two different things that were also in here. So there's this zipper, and there's another one. These are on the bottom of the backpack. These are cool bags. Oh, this I think it's inside this pouch, and I can feel it. It's kind of how do you get to that? Okay, so there's a cover here that goes over the whole thing. It's like a rain cover. Trying to figure out how you get into this particular pouch, maybe from the inside. These are kind of cool bags. So I don't. Oh. Is it on this side? Oh, is that the lining from this? It is. It's the lining from this other pouch. Okay. See how confused I get? But I had a lot of fun buying this stuff, you guys. So I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to show you the stuff I got from the Vista. Over on Vista, there was a yard sale, a younger woman, and I want to say that was her mother-in-law, something like that. I'll close that up in a minute. The woman and I probably would not be friends. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't get along. However, I'm just gonna call this lady her mother. We found a basket. I think this is all of them, of these things. I told you I'm into, paper crafts. They made these for like gifts for some kind of event, kind of like I'm hosting. These have tea bags in them, and she paper folded these little, it's like a teacup or a little envelope. And it's got one of those sticks. What do you call those? An orange stick or a twizzle stitch or something. And it has a teaspoon in it. Isn't that cool? And there are, this one's got a red tea bag in it. The rest of them have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 2 of them with the red tea bags, and the rest, the 4 of them with the orange tea bags. They are all different, you guys. They are fabulous, and I'm thinking of, you know, handing these out as a few special gifts during the Yarny Social. I also got a bag full of these are nail files. Okay, yes, I wear two pairs of glasses. These are nail files, and she bejeweled these babies. Well, this one's not bejeweled, but still paper crafts in these little envelopes. This one's jeweled. This one's got some bling on it, and they're all different. I told that lady, I said, you are an artist. You're an artist. I think I spent, all in all, with everything I got, a little over $24 yesterday. These are fabulous. Aren't these great? Oh, this one got a little, Dana, you got to be careful of these. This one got a little bent in the corner, but total paper artist that lady is. And I got this whole bag of them. I think I don't know how many there are. I think there's 20 some in there. So I know I'm going to find people to give those to. So anyway, that's what we did. Sandra and I went to a couple of yard sales. We got ourselves a little bandage. There's a little local coffee shop here, espresso place, drive up, that Sandra has finally discovered how wonderful that stuff tastes. She's like, just give me something sugar-free and iced. So I got her a small iced breve, sugar-free Snickers. And of course I got my large hot breve, sugar-free Snickers, only 1/4 sweet with an extra shot. That's my go-to. So anyway, today's Monday. Gonna go with Sandra over to Bimart this morning. She wants to get some cat food. She feeds all the neighborhood strays, and then I'm going to end up probably going what we call over the hill, heading over towards Boise. Pick up a few things today, go park probably at one of the truck stops or something, and spend the night, and then tomorrow I check into the hotel, the La Quinta, at Boise Town Square. So that's what's going on here. I'm glad you guys stuck with me. Please, you might want to check out that other video where I'm talking about the scorched earth list. Okay, I love you guys. Bye. I'm so sorry I forgot to tell you about Benji. So after the yard sales yesterday, Sandra and I went to evening services, and the thing is, okay, so my friend Pat, who died this last spring at, I think she's 86 years old, Benji was her dog. And Dooley and I lived with her and Benji before I became a truck driver. And her, okay, so she has like 9 kids, I don't know, but 2 of them, okay, Robert's the preacher at our church, and Russ it also lives here with his wife Michelle and their daughter Julia. So, and they love Benji. All of them love Benji so much. So here's how the plan played out. Sandra and I went to church. We took Benji with us. But Robert is our preacher, and he lives in the preacher's house. So we threw Benji in the backyard. And he was so happy to see Robert. After church, Russ and Michelle and Julia said hello to Benji, and Benji went home with them to spend the week with them while I'm at the Yarny Social. So that's where Benji is. He is with his family, and yeah, things feel a little empty here in the truck. So anyway, that's what I forgot to tell you. I love you guys. Bye.